We got Pilly Mae in the building here for joining me for Sports and Hip Hop with DJ Mad Max, Live 365, iHeartRadio. One of the nicest coming out of Cleveland. She's out in Miami doing her thing out there. Welcome to the show, Pilly Mae. How's it going?
Thank you. It's going good. Thank you for having me. I
Of,
appreciate it.
of course. And you got that new single, Bread. I saw that on the YouTube. That's a new single.
Brad has been out for a few months now. I just dropped a new single called Just Give Me My Money. That's
Just
the
give me my money.
latest.
Yeah, I think that's the one that L Nice just sent me too, because I put that in the rotation.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. But
Yeah,
Brad has been like in rotation. I love that record.
it's fire. Joker. I like Joker. That's my one I was listening
Okay.
to. Yeah.
Yeah, Joker's pretty cool. I love Joker. I just think a lot of people today don't really like I don't know. It's like going over their heads. It's too many bars.
Yeah, well, that's the time that we're in now. A lot of people they kind of just want that microwave music, something that's easy and they can party to, and they don't really want to do too much comprehension thinking and all that.
Yeah, so I give it to him. So I give them bread. So there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I give it to them. I give them what they want.
Does it make it difficult for you knowing because I mean really because people have wanted to see you get into battle rap or learned about your early management. We're gonna get into your whole career and everything, but does
Oh
it
my
make
God.
Is it does it make it difficult for you at times to where you have to kind of I don't want to say dumb down your music because I don't think that's fair to say, but you can't be as lyrical as you want to be.
No, because I've done it for so many years. I just one of my little homeboys was like, maybe you should just go in the studio and not try so hard. And I
Mm,
was like, what you mean? I tried real hard. And ever since I got that advice, I go to the studio and it's kind of like I hear the beat and I'll just let like the beat kind of create what I'm feeling. And instead of like going home and really like going over a million verses, I just kind of like whatever I'm feeling in the studio, that's what we gonna put down.
yeah. And I could tell that it's something that you're really passionate about. And the Get Money remix too. I like that.
Yeah, yeah, that's my shit.
Yeah.
Can I cuss or
Yeah,
not?
you can.
Okay, okay, cool. Yeah, that was my shit. So those are like based on a true story.
I'm not surprised. That's something that you've always been vocal about is that when you would play your music or even perform for people that they would be shocked because this is the life that you're living, which is also rare in artists nowadays. A lot of them are actors where you rap about what you're living.
It's either what I'm living or what I've lived. Like a lot of the stuff is like, when I had first got to Miami, it wasn't always so easy. You know what I mean? So I rap about either a situation that I have been through or like something that I'm going through at that moment, or like I'll see like my friends go through something and then I'll put a song together.
Yeah. That you got to draw from real life inspirations. Speaking of going to Miami, you have the connection with LeBron there, Cleveland to Miami.
Yeah, I do. I was here before him though.
Yeah. Yeah, right around 2013, I think, when I read
Yeah,
online.
yeah. Yeah, like right around that time. Like literally like right before he made his like announcement.
Yeah. The fans were burning his jerseys back in Cleveland those days before he went back and won the ring for you guys.
Yeah, yeah, they was real upset. I was like, that is ridiculous. Like, but I was happy. I was like, hey, big three, big three.
Yeah.
So I wasn't tripping.
Yeah, you got to see him win in two places.
And it's both of my cities, so I'm
Yeah.
I'm cool. Like he is good.
Yeah. Shout out to LeBron. But coming up in Cleveland, you were playing a lot of sports. You're playing basketball, point guard, guard, and all that. You didn't intend to really take that any further with the sports, or was it just kind of something that you did when you were just younger? That was it.
So yeah, like it was more so a thing that I did when I was younger. It was like what happened for me as I got older. I just was like, I was thinking small. Like I didn't see like what's going on with women's basketball today because I was like, what am I gonna do? Go to the NBA and make $40,000? Like I just didn't see no future in basketball, and like I just wanted to make money. Like playing sports is consuming. Like you gotta leave school, go to work out, go to practice and then go to study hall and do your work. It's like you don't have no time to work a job. And I was just trying to get to the bag. Like it's so bad. Like I look back and I'm like, oh, why can't you just stay focused? But that was just what I was going through at that time. And I mean, damn, like I swear, like I be trying to tell the young girls, like, don't be in a rush to be grown, because that's stupid. But yeah, no, I just wanted to make money and I didn't really I kind of was growing out of I looked at it like a little kid thing.
Yeah. But I think you learned from along the way just through your travels and everywhere that you went and just trying to really grind out. And you were in a battle rap when you were younger, 13, and drew some
That is
inspiration from
hilarious. How do
Trina.
you know this?
I did the research.
But where is this? Like, I like, how did you find it?
It's all over it's on the internet.
Okay. Wow, that's scary.
Yeah. So was this your only battle that you did, or there were more?
No, no, no. This was like after that, I was like I told like my first management, like, because he used to always want to push me, like, oh, you should battle rap, you so hard. Like, and I was just like, yeah, but it gives me such great anxiety. Like, sorry, I'm dog sitting.
Oh,
And it's like he wants to play right now.
what kind of dog is it?
He's a poodle. You want to
Oh,
see him?
yeah.
Okay, this is Yomi.
Oh, okay. We got another guest on the show here.
Yeah. So yeah, Yomi just had to play right now.
Yeah.
But the battle rap thing, when I was coming up, that was something that like you had to do. Like if you was like claiming rap or like you a rapper, okay, when you got a battle, and especially being a girl, like they just pit us together. So yeah, I so I showed up to the battle and I was already ready, and um I think it's like I remember spitting it, but like she didn't she kind of like backed out. So it was like I didn't really get to battle, you know what I mean? But it was like it was she was drawn.
Yeah, she tapped out.
Yeah, she tapped out, and it was crazy because she was supposed to be so hard. And I was so ready. I was gonna get at like all her little business. Like I knew about, because you know when we was kids, if you was having sex, that was like real bad. Like you was real fast. So I was gonna expose her. I was gonna put all the dudes she was messing around with. Like I was ready.
Ay, ay, ay.
But it gave me a lot of anxiety, and it even now it gives me like a lot of anxiety.
Yeah, that's big now too. I think social media adds to that now today too, because I deal with that in my own. I got that too with anxiety. It's too much. You kind of want to just fly under the radar at times, even though you want to have the spotlight. But for what you do, it comes with a lot of criticisms, and you kind of worry what other people think. And then with that, it's too much back and forth. It's kind of what J. Cole did earlier this year, and I know people are killing him
Yeah,
for it.
he was like, you know what? I'm out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all got it.
But I understand his approach. I mean, the someone that's a fan of the MCing and just real hip hop and being a lyricist and being someone that you really got to hold it down. It was disappointing, but I understood it that he didn't feel compelled to. He wanted the peace of mind, so I get it.
Yeah, I mean, it was just like even to this day, I feel like it was just an unauthorized attack on Drake. And people can agree that they don't like him. They can agree with Kendrick, but I think I'm with J. Cole on that. Like it's like, sure, you may not like him and agree with like how he is, but like he didn't do nothing, at least to us. Like, you know, we hear about like stuff going on behind the scenes, which happens, I guess, but like it's like it just was like for no reason. I can see if he like fucked his girl or like like there's something to for Kendrick to like attack him like that, but just because you don't like him is just I'm kind of with J. Cole on that.
Yeah, no, I agree. Especially if he didn't. It's like if he didn't do anything to you, you shouldn't be in the battle. Where Drake, I've heard the stories about him getting with other people's girls, which I understand that if you want to go out because Drake, kind of added a lot to the toxic culture that's been going on right now in society. And it kind of exposed a lot of things where I don't really like about Drake, because I really haven't been a fan since his early work. Really, it just I think Kendrick was able to really bring out that side of him when he says the rapping the get the slaves freed. I think there's a lot of comments in there that Drake's made in his music that's just very head scratching, and it's just, is he really for hip hop? Is he? It's very crazy how Kendrick was able to bring that side out of him, and it's difficult once being a Drake fan hearing him do that.
Yeah, yeah. No, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like you can't argue that. Like even though I just feel like it was like just he just woke up one day and decided he was going to expose that. But I mean, it's true. Like, he really didn't grow up in the culture and he do like act like he's just so like hood. And I get it. Like I've seen it on, I did a lot of like digging and digging and I'm like, oh, okay, okay. Like, I guess I get it. I do get it. But, I'm just, I don't know. I'm here for the music. Like, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Is the music good? Do you like it? Does it relate to you or no? All that other stuff, because it's like me as a Beehive member, I deal with a whole bunch of other drama.
Oh
Okay,
yeah,
so
and there's a whole lot of drama around that beehive now because
yeah,
which
like
is
it's
crazy.
crazy. It's
Uh,
it's really crazy. So like just the unauthorized attacks kind of are triggering. But I do understand Kendrick's reason. Like when you grew up in hardships and if you were part of the culture, then like I know. You know what I'm saying? And I get it. Like I really get it. It's just I think I'm much more bigger on musicianship.
mhm.
And when you do that for me, I'm like, okay, I like the music. Cause we all watched Degrassi. We was like, we been knew Drake was kind of, like
For a
we
while.
saw the show. So I don't know. I guess that never bothered me. We been knew he was a little dweebish.
Yeah, wheelchair Jimmy.
Yeah, underneath it all. So yeah, so I don't know. I'm real big on the music and I think a lot of our artists in our generation are just very ego driven.
I agree. It
And
trend clout driven and things like that.
yeah, so I want us to get and I don't know. I feel like it didn't make me become I didn't become like less of a Drake fan, but it did open me up to Kendrick. I'm like, Kendrick is really good. Like, okay, I like his musicianship. So, and I like this new album he put out. So it's really good.
The GNX.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, Heart Part Six. That's a really great record on there. SWV. Speaking of SWV, I wanted to bring it back to here with your sisters who were your cousins. You were in this group. You didn't plan to take this it's
You know
further.
too much. Yes. They're really like my sisters. They are my cousins, but we just like two of my mom's sisters passed away when I was like really little.
Oh, my condolences.
And long story short, we just kind of like were raised together. And as children, we used to be singing. We was singing, yes, all of SWV and Escape and TLC and Destiny's Child, like all the R&B girl groups of like the later 90s. Like that was our thing. So that was like the start of me like, feeling this desire and passion for music.
Yeah, the iconic time for R&B. Did you draw really any inspiration of any of the artists that were in Cleveland? I know you hear about Bone Thugs and Harmony, they're icons, but was there any artists that you kind of drew inspiration from when you were actually in Cleveland before you made the move to Miami?
I mean, there is a few. Like, there's this girl, Sunshine, or what's her name? She was Diddy's artist, and she had a big record, and she was from Cleveland. I can't remember her name, but during that time, we were like, wow, like she put this big record out, called "I Love You." And there was other little artists like Ray Cash. But it wasn't a lot of big stars from Cleveland when I was coming up. So it was more so like it was so far-fetched to think that like I could do it, but I don't know, I just knew I needed to get to Florida. That's all I knew.
That was your calling.
Yeah, no, seriously. I was a little girl looking at the Will Smith video, the
Miami.
Welcome to Miami. I was like, oh my God, that's paradise. I always wanted to come here. I always wanted to be in Miami.
Yeah, and you get out here, and then that's when you really kind of get into the music space, especially with dancing and things like that, the clubs, and getting your name, Pilly Mae. The women out there was the ones that gave you your name, I heard.
Yeah, yeah. So it started with my Spanish teacher, like in high school. She called me Pilly. And I just thought it was so cute, but I didn't really think nothing too much into it. And then when I moved to Miami, and my first two homegirls were these two Latin girls, and they called me Pilly. And I just always thought it was so cute. Like, oh, that's my little nickname. Okay, cool. But when I really got serious about my music and I was like, I need a rap name. I had a rap name, but I had to like switch it. I was like a little tainted because like in the black community, as a light-skinned black woman, they would call like my nickname was Ice. But out here, I ran into this guy and he was like, "What kind of black girl calls herself Ice?" And I was like, "Damn, like I didn't even want to let that be the forefront of like my name." So, but my first rap name was Ice, Icy.
Hmm.
And then I got serious again about music and I was like, I need a rap name. I need to get real serious. And Pilly was just you know what? Pilly was cool, but like Nicki Minaj was like the hottest thing like out at that time. So I used to use Pilly insert of Nicki. So when I would rap Nicki's lyrics, I'd be like, oh, Pilly, they just mad because you took the spot. You know what I'm saying? Like instead of Nicki. And I just thought that was so cute. And the May, it was kind of like a play on words. Like it's a lot of things going on with the May. I liked it because it kind of sounds like me. So when I say fuck with May, it's like fuck with me. But it's like fuck with May. And then I thought it was cool to make each letter an acronym. But that was in the early days. I don't really care. And I like having like a fake last name. They'd be like, Miss May. And they just the people started that. So I thought that was real cute. Yeah, but
Yeah.
I just figured it kind of just had like a little ring to it. And I was like, all right, Pilly. And I knew it was ugly. I knew Pilly Mae was ugly. But listen, I had a situation where this girl tried to take one of my names. I had like this clique of girls, and I used to call them. I used to call us like natural born baddies or something like that. And she tried to take it, and I didn't know nothing about copywriting or whatever. So I still don't know about it, but I just knew no one ever would steal Pilly Mae because it's not attractive enough. So I was like, "Yup, I'm gonna be Pilly Mae."
I think it's worked for you though. It's worked for you this far. Your fans know you by that. You heard that you got the deal there with Roc Nation at one point. Kind of get into how that all transpired because I know you didn't get to meet Jay-Z at that meeting, but how was that process of getting up there? Because there was a certain song that eventually didn't get released. Was that how it went?
Yeah, so at that time I linked up with a real popular DJ, and at that time he had an artist send him a record and he gave it to me. So I hopped on it. I did my thing and it was so fire. He submitted it to a few different labels, but Roc Nation was the one that wanted to give me a deal off of the record. So when it was time to put it out, the artist who it belonged to, may he rest in peace, but it belonged to Beat King.
Okay.
And he was like, absolutely not. Like that's not for sale. Like, no. So I was a little upset, but I couldn't be mad because I didn't know that he was like an artist. I thought he was just like a DJ because his vocals were still on the hook. So once we weren't able to put out the record, it was just like it just started getting real mixy after that.
Yeah.
But it was real cool though, like, getting the call that Roc Nation wants to give you a deal. It was like a dream come true. I was like, oh my God, like my favorite artist of all time, his label, like that's crazy. I would be a little girl and have like Roc Nation and Rockaware stuff all over my walls and stuff. So even to this day, like for it to be my first label that I signed to, it was just like very surreal for me.
Yeah. Did you
And
get
I
to
met a
meet?
lot of really, I'm sorry.
Oh, continue, continue. I'll ask you the question after.
Okay, I met a lot of really dope producers and a lot of like really dope people from the label. So it's like a huge plus.
Mhm. With Jay-Z, because you didn't meet him at that meeting, did you get to meet him afterwards?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, super cool. Real
Yeah.
chill.
I saw some other pictures online. I saw one with the game. How was meeting the game?
Wow, that was really old. At that time, it was like, I had a lot of buzz going on. So a lot of the artists were just excited to like kind of meet me too at that time. And I was around a lot of big people. So it was just a real good time. Like I remember just we were like, oh, let's just take pictures with everybody. And it was just a good moment. Everybody was like cool. So it was all right.
Yeah, the game. Another picture, and the audience is probably gonna gasp. I saw Puff in one of the pictures.
Yeah, yeah. I met Puff. I met Diddy a few times, but like really only in passing.
Yeah,
Yeah. I never
crazy.
got swallowed up. I never went to a Diddy party. That was cap.
Unbelievable. It's crazy how it's unbelievable how everything's unfolded with that, especially with Jay going through all the controversy now, and it doesn't look like he's gonna get caught up into it. It just looks like they're trying to get him involved in some shape or form.
Yeah, I'm kind of like big on stuff like that because, like I said, Jay-Z is like one of my favorite rappers, and I'm just like, absolutely not. But even aside from like my opinion, like there was a lot of inconsistencies in her story. They interviewed her dad, and he doesn't recall picking her up. It was a lot of inconsistencies. So it's like for that person to, put such a harsh claim on somebody is just like it's really messed up for the people who actually do go through that kind of stuff, who are looking at these people trying to, like collect a big check when it's like it's probably people out there who was really abused by like maybe like Diddy. I don't know, but it just makes the credibility look real crazy because it's like I don't know, like we don't know, but it was a lot of inconsistencies in the story, which kind of makes it look really bad for the case against Diddy, who might have done a lot of bad things. So I don't know. It's just really messed up. I really hope that the justice system prevails and proves like, who's been doing what.
Yeah,
But
let's hope that they get it right. Even though we've seen time and time again that often against black people, they usually don't get it right, and they go down with the harsh this punishment that they can, because there's other artists out there that have had a lot of accusations and they don't do anything to them. You don't see the same amount of criticism. I think Jimmy Iovine had something that came out last year that completely went right under the radar. Garth Brooks right under the radar, and they don't get the same
hmm.
treatment as people in hip hop.
Yeah, no, I mean, you can only hope that the justice system does right, I don't know about like Cosby and R. Kelly and all the like I don't know if they really did those stuff, then maybe, they should be, but like it's up for debate.
Yeah, it's crazy to see. It's unbelievable.
Or just more so like if the other kind of guys do bad stuff, then they need to be punished too. Like, I don't think we need to just like, make it easier because like they're, black guys. But I do think that if you do the crime, you
Do the
should do the
time.
time. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I definitely agree. So how long was this deal with Roc Nation? Was it just a singles deal, or how long was this deal for you?
It was supposed to be for one album, but then like the single that we wanted to put out, I put a whole video together. It was really dope. It was called Get It and Go. It was produced by XL. And everything was ready to go, but the president of the label didn't want that record to go
Yeah.
out. So once that didn't happen, it's just like I'd say after about a year, they just they just were like, okay, we're just gonna let you go.
Oh man. Have you tried getting back with another label? Is that something that you still want?
Yeah, it's something I definitely want. I just feel like this time around, I gotta do the groundwork. Like it was cool to have somebody, you know, uh, introduce me to them, but I think it's better if I do the groundwork and get a song off the ground, and then they like, oh, like she's popping. So here we are.
Yeah. But do you feel
Yeah, for sure.
do you feel as though that you have that song in the vault right now or it's out right now? Because I always believe that if there's a great song that's been released and it still hasn't gotten the traction that you believe it to be, don't let that record die. Keep pushing it.
Yeah, I feel like it's a lot of records that I put out that are great. It's a lot of records that I haven't put out. I was in this like weird situation where I would get these records with these big time phenomenal producers. And then like when it comes to releasing, they're like, no, not yet, not yet. So I have a few in the vault, like for real, for real. That's like when I play it for people, they're like, oh my God. I'm like, I know, just wait on it, just wait on it. So yeah.
That's
I
fire.
think these records are really fun, and I really think that just giving my money is a good record because it's like super relatable. Like who don't want money?
Uh,
Like men and women want money. And it's like a trendy, TikTok thing. So like I do think that this record can do really big and it's fun. Like Bread is fun. You can't do nothing but like dance and vibe to it. So I do think these records could do very well for me. So I'm gonna keep pushing them.
Yeah, like it, like it. That's another one.
Oh, I love it. Yeah, that's the promo thing right over there. But yeah, like it, like it. I have these big dreams for visuals, and the visual didn't really connect like how I wanted it to, but it was real sexy. So yeah, enjoy.
Yeah. The May Day, that was a big release for you, especially because it was more of me learning the history about it, that it's important to embrace singleness. And I know a lot of people aren't doing that right now. It's more of, rack up the body counts, which is just, so I think it's atrocious. But I think that was an important message that I think people, it still goes over their heads. And I think that that's what they need to follow because that's when you get caught up in the abusive relationships and just going through all these situations to where you're kind of not being patient. You're rushing in just to be in the sake of a relationship and putting yourself in bad situations. Is that kind of what you were trying to get off there, especially with the album's message?
I think it was more so just me telling a story, like a time from being like in a relationship to being like cheated on to saying forget that, like I'm getting my groove back to being like I'm back outside. So if you really listen, it's like a cute little story of like cat and mouse, and then you know I have you, we're together, and then I catch you cheating, and that was something that was real transparent because I had been through that. I think every girl, well, hopefully not every girl, but a lot of girls go through that. So it was more of the like hoe on the side. It was a record that I had never really done before. So people were like, wow, like I really feel you on that. And then it's just kind of like, you know what? We don't need them. Like, I'm trying to be as politically correct as possible without getting too ratchet. You know what I'm saying? But it's just kind of a timeline of being like single to being involved to being not involved.
Yeah.
And it's
That's
dope. I love
crazy because
it.
I just did an interview before this one today, and she was telling me about an abusive relationship with this guy that she was with. And I'm just, and then I hear about you, and you're telling me that you were cheated. I just don't understand what's going on out here when it comes to relationships. It's just, it's complete toxicness, especially when you see it all over social media. That's what's promoted throughout too. It's just, it's all over now.
Well, me, I'm really into like, I'm really an intellectual type of person. So when somebody does something and then they're very regretful of it, I'm always like, okay, well, what possessed you to take that gamble? Like, if you knew it was gonna hurt me, why would you take the chance? And me just being the type of person that I am, I want to know like what you've been through and why are you like this, you know? So a lot of times when people do like messy things and like hurtful things, it's really comes from a place of brokenness. Like
Hmm.
people have hurt them, people have, you know, never been loyal to them. And they kind of carry on these like tendencies from, you know, abuse that they've experienced. And if you're real enough, you could kind of like you could dig deep into that and kind of find out why, like, why are you like this? And if that person is ready, then they can kind of like therapy that shit out. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So I'm not really like I'm not the type of person that's like abused by love. I'm not tarnished. I'm not like, oh fuck these dudes, da, da, da. Like I'm not tainted in that kind of way. Like I'm a lover and I believe in love and I be popping my shit for now, but it's gonna be like well very well rounded.
Yeah, nowadays it's just it's transactional. What's crazy is I did learn about a certain relationship here. A sugar daddy was involved or something way back with you or something. There was this older guy that is that true?
Well, I mean, I've had a sugar daddy situation. I don't know what situation you're referring to.
I think he had like
Um,
grown kids that were older than you. I was learning about this.
I don't, I don't know. This sounds really, I don't know. I can't, I don't know, but I probably did. I don't know. Like Miami's crazy.
Yeah. Do you, here's a good question. Should people value money in relationships over who a person is?
I don't think it should be, it's all important. It's not one or the other.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? I feel like as a man, you want to be able to be in a position to provide and you know if you want to really get to know like if you want to go the good guy route, you want to get to know her, you still have to be financially stable to
Yeah.
say, okay, I'm gonna come pick you up, I'm gonna take you somewhere nice. You know, it doesn't even have to be somewhere nice, but just having the ability to like do stuff. If you're gonna pursue a woman, you want to be able to like you want to be ready for that. You don't want to come to a woman with your hardships. But I think that it can't just be about money. Like it can't just be, oh, because he got money. Like y'all gotta like each other. You know what I'm saying? Like it can't just be because she fine and she got a fat ass. And it can't just be because, oh, he lit, he got money. Like, no, it's like we gotta like each other. Now, if you want to go the bad guy route and you don't want to be in a relationship and you just want to get to it, then you got to be financially ready for that. It's so simple. Like I don't understand why it makes men so frustrated, but it makes us frustrated that you want to take from us and don't want to love us, don't want to care, don't want to build with us. It's like you just want to take. And you know, I could get ratchet. Like you just want some pussy.
Yeah.
So why are you gonna get mad at me for saying what I just want? You want to
True.
like have a relationship? Then okay, let's get to know each other. But don't even think about having sex.
Yeah. There's got to be honesty. That's the main thing. People aren't honest.
Yeah, that's the thing. They're not honest, but I know how to make them honest. For real.
No, we need more people like that because it's too much bullshit going on.
Yeah, I'll bring that honesty out. I'm gonna find out what you own. Cause like, I be trying to tell my girls, like, there's no losing. Like, if he really likes you, he's gonna take you out to somewhere nice. If he is interested, he's gonna pick up FaceTime, talk on the phone. He gonna want to get to know you. But if there's no communication, he just WYD your ass and pull up, like pull up. Like, sir, no. Pull up? Okay, well, hey. You want to go the bad guy route? Cool, let's go the bad guy route then. And then now I'm the bad guy. Now everybody mad at me.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Crazy. Crazy. But have you had conversations? Because a deal's something that you still want. Have you had any conversations after the Roc Nation deal with any other labels?
Definitely. I've had a lot of encounters. I just don't think it's the right time. Like I gotta really, in my opinion, I gotta get like the records so big that like when I get to a label, I could kind of like, all right, this is what I want.
It's got to be the right
So
situation for you.
yeah, like definitely has to be the right situation, and I feel like it's coming.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I've had a few encounters with a few different labels.
Oh, that's big. See, we got some exclusive news here. Still got to just keep working and something's going to pop off for sure. What happened with this timeshare job? It was in an office with the club package in because there's the manager there that believed in you as a singer from, I guess, you singing around at the office to where you did some hooks for the artist. Is that kind of where the music started as far as making connections in Miami?
No, that's not where. Okay, so the connections in Miami started from me just going out to the club.
Going out to the clubs.
I was going out, I was just a party goer, and then I met a photographer. And then I would meet the promoters, but I met the photographer, I took pictures with him. And then those pictures got me to a better photographer. And then I would meet different promoters and stuff. So I was like, oh, okay, like I'm starting to figure out the who's who, like in Miami. And then getting into music, I was working at the so it was like timeshare. We sold the vacation club packages. So you didn't need a license to sell the unsold weeks. But you did have to go through like a little training and you have to pass the class in order to do it. And I was working at the job and I was like singing and the manager was like, "Oh my God, you sound so good. Like you got to come to the studio." So when I went to the studio, I did my couple singing songs. It was like such a hustle and flow moment. I was like my first time singing with like a real engineer in a real studio. I heard myself and I was like, oh my God, that's me. Like, what is me? So I was like, wow. But I had all these raps just for fun. So I was like, hey, like, you think it'll be cool if I just like spit a little verse or something? So they smoking their weed. They like, yeah, whatever. Like, go in there, do your thing. So it was to the Big Meech record by Rick Ross.
Okay.
Yeah. And I did my verse to it. And it was horrible, but I fell so in love with like rap. And I was like, I think I could be a rapper for real. Like, yeah. So that's when I was like, I want to do this rap thing.
And you pay homage too, especially with the freaking record and Adina Howard. I noticed that you pay homage to a lot of the classic songs from that 90s era.
Yeah, yeah. No, and Adina Howard is super cool. She reached out and sent me the publishing company to clear the record.
Wow.
Yeah, but she looked at me like one of her, I'm like one of her nieces, like And she's so like real. She's so like awesome. So yeah, the freaking record, I just thought it was a really cool idea. Like once the beat got passed on to me, I was like, oh yeah, let's do it. We could talk about, how we freaking.
What do you feel as though was the artist that really broke the mold for women in hip hop? Which artist, when you look back at it, you were a big Trina fan, but I mean, we've had artists before her. Who was the artist you think really broke the mold?
I mean, I for sure for artists like myself, Lil Kim, like,
Hmm. Hardcore.
I was really kind of too young at the time to like appreciate and understand it. But looking back, she just was so unapologetic, and that was not what the female rappers were doing. And she broke all the rules. Like they was like, oh my God, I was looking at so many interviews she was doing, and they was getting on her. And she was real calm answering the questions, but they were like, you're a disgrace. And she was like, I'm just keeping it real. I'm just telling my story. So y'all mad at me, be mad at the way life is, because that's what I'm talking about. But she was so sexy and so stylish and so like gangster. Like she was just everything. She really, in my opinion, broke the mold from like what they was doing to like what's going on now. Like everybody had like some sort of Little Kim idea. But for me in my era, when I was coming up, it was all about Trina.
Mhm.
And Trina, even like I look back and I'm just like, she was so like perfect for us. Cause she was just pretty. And that's one thing that I really loved about Trina. She was just so pretty. And I just looked at it like if she could do it, I could do it. And she was so raw, and I don't know, like I love the fact that Trina came out and did her thing because she was she wasn't so she wasn't so rappy. And it's like not that that's a bad thing. It was just more she was just more understandable. Like it was so much easier to like rap along with her. So yeah, that was my girl. But it was a lot of girls that I grew up on. Like a lot of people don't acknowledge her, but like Left Eye was really
Hmm.
like Eve.
Even another
It was
one.
like sexy tomboy kind of girls.
Hmm.
So it's like I remember growing up watching like them, and I really loved how Eve was. She was like one of the fellas, but she
Yes.
was still sexy. And she spit real good. And I remember like one of her songs, Love is Blind. It's like my second favorite rap song of all time.
Wow. Yes, that's up there.
It's up there, yeah.
Yeah, that's big. Yeah, how big that song is an inspiration. Put it in your top two. It's so tough to really say what my favorite hip hop song of all time. It's there's just so many. So the fact that you have
Yeah,
it already up there, it's rare to hear.
yeah. DMX, How It's Going Down is my number one favorite
That's the
rap
number
song.
one.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Even to this day, like when the beat comes on, it's just it just puts you in this mode. And I know every single word. Like I just every generation, like the song never like gets old. It's just such a good song. And it's like, I love love. It's like more about like his relationship with this girl. So yeah, it's just my favorite. Lil Wayne, 6 foot, 7 foot is number three.
Okay, off the Carter 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a big
Oh, that's
one.
my favorite song though. Yeah.
Corey Guns was on that one.
Yeah, I ain't really too much care about his little rap, but it was yeah.
Shots.
It was no offense.
No,
It was
no.
just Lil Wayne came so crazy, and then Corey Guns just was like saying stuff like "Word of my mama, Lord of my mama, thing, don't want to see me." Like it was like what? Like
I
it was cool. Trust me, it was cool. Like you ain't about to have Corey Guns coming for me.
Yeah. It was to the point to where Little Wayne, it wasn't needed, you would per se. It was cool, but Little Wayne did so much on it. It was.
I still think, but see, that's what makes Lil Wayne so much more raw. He was like, I don't give a fuck. Yeah, you hopping on the record.
Hmm.
Yeah, come on. And I think that's cool as hell. Like, imagine being Corey Guns. Like, you want me on the record? Like,
Yeah.
what? So yeah, that's still pretty dope though.
Yeah. DMX just dropped an album too. I just saw that there was it's an after release, of course, because he passed away. Did you see his new album that came out?
I didn't.
Yeah, I did see that. I didn't get to check it out yet. I did listen to Exodus, which was his last real album, because I know it's the one that he was making before he passed away. But I think these are more songs that he had in the vault. I didn't get to tune into it yet, though.
Okay, now that you mention it, like when I step out, I'm gonna play it in the car.
Yeah, a lot of Legends music are releasing this week. Dre and Snoop, they had Missionary come out. I saw that. It's kind of
Wait, Drake is dropping?
Dr. Dre.
Oh, Dr. Dre. Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg just dropped that album too, which it sounded pretty good from what I heard.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna check it out.
Yeah.
Uncle them still got
Yeah.
it.
How's Big
That's
Sean an influence for you? I did learn that Big Sean, you look up to him as a musician as well.
oh, I love Big Sean. Like he is just like he's the only rapper that I can't imitate. He has this really crazy, like it's so unorthodox. It's almost like it's offbeat on beat. Oh my God, he's so good. And he's from Detroit, which is like really close to Cleveland. And a lot of the times when he talks about Detroit, it's just so relatable how I feel about Cleveland. And I just think he's awesome. He's so he's awesome. He's more of like a therapist. Like he be popping his shit and then he'll like really like spread a message.
Yeah, I
So
agree.
yeah, Big Sean is awesome.
Yeah, who are some people that you definitely, because I did learn about you were working with Travis Porter. I checked out that record and things that you've done with other artists. Who's someone that you want to work with? Who is that person?
It's so crazy. I was just thinking about this the other day. I really want to do a song with like all the rap girlies, like Lotto, Meg, Glorilla, um, Sexy Red. I love Sexy Red. I love all her ghetto ratchet shit. Like they be like, "How can you like that? Like, how can I not? Like, it's music. It's just, do you like the music or not?" But Doja Cat, I love Doja. JT. Like I listen to them a lot. So like I definitely want to get a rap, I mean like a song with all the rap girlies. Nicki Minaj definitely. It's crazy, like all of them. Cash Doll. I would want to do a song with all of the girls.
Yeah, you know what I want to see come out with a record? Foxy Brown. I know she did something with Nas's King's Disease. They got back on the firm track. I want to see some new Foxy Brown music. That would be interesting.
Yeah, Foxy getting back out there would be like legendary.
Yeah.
Cause she was so dope. Like again, she was a little before my time, but a lot of people drew me back to her because they'll say things like, "Oh, you kind of coming like how Foxy was." I'm like, "Am I?" Like, okay, let me go check her out. And she was just real gangster. Like they was real hard back in their time. Like I don't know, like they too hard. So Foxy coming back out is like crazy.
It would be Rolling Loud. I remember hearing about who you opened up for, just reading it online. Block Boy JB, that was someone that you opened up for one of your performances.
It was a whole lot of artists. It was like Black Boy JB, Yo Gotti,
6ix9ine.
6ix9ine. Yeah, he was
Ugh.
there. Um, it was numerous artists. So it was a lot of people at that. It was the Lit Fest.
Okay.
So yeah, that stage was huge. And it was like the kids, I had like that was like my first time performing for like a festival. So
That
that
was the
was
first
really
time.
cool. Like that was right around the time Extension had passed. And I did like a tribute to him. And I was like, put your X's up and to see like everyone do it. I was like, yikes. Like this is insane. Like, oh my God, that was crazy.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was fun. I always have fun on the big stages though.
Mhm. Was XXX someone that you looked up to as a musician as well?
I didn't get hip until like after the fact. Like I was starting to like figure, because like I was more listening to mainstream and I wasn't really hip. But wow, once I discovered his music, it's like he was really talented.
He was
So
really emotional too. I noticed he put that into his music, just letting he's vulnerable. He also had some lyrical music there. I know the biggest song, "Look at Me," with I know there was a lot of Drake controversy around that, and you talk about musicianship. But I did want to bring this up because you're someone that wrote for a lot of your friends when you were younger. They would just want you to write songs for them. You write your lyrics. How do you feel about ghostwriters in hip hop or artists having them?
I'm not against it. I have a lot of friends who are writers and they'll send me records and be like, I need to put like your voice on it. I want to send this to Cardi. Like I got records of me trying to rap like Cardi and other various artists. And I don't think like I think it's pros and cons to it. The cons that I understand is that people want to know how you feeling. They want to know that it's coming from you. And if they find out that it came from somebody else, it's just kind of like a letdown. Like you didn't feel that. But some of these writers are so creative that they literally are the ones who can know all your business and then put a story to that. So they'd be like, "Oh, it's not real," but like Cardi's a real gangster. Like she really was living like that. So it's like you got these incredible artists that don't want to be in the scene, that don't want to be in the limelight, but got all this talent that could share it with somebody that's really interpreting it from a true story. I think it's dope. I'm not against it, but I understand why fans are like disappointed. Cause you'll hear a song and you'll think like for me, I'll hear a song from Beyonce and I'll be like, oh, she talking about Jay-Z like that. And it's like if you hear she ain't write it, you like, oh, well, maybe it wasn't even to Jay-Z at all. Like, you know. So I get it, but I don't know. Like I'm really big on just creating some dope music, and we can't discredit the writers who are putting so much effort into these lyrics. And then if we be like, oh, no more ghostwriters, it's like a lot of your favorites wouldn't be here. So it's okay. But I get it though. I do.
What's something else that you're going to be doing outside of music? Is acting something that you want to do? I know with dancing, you kind of had the recitals when you were younger, but it wasn't really, I heard that it wasn't a major passion for you. Is that true?
I like performing. So as a kid doing recitals, it was like I just like to be in the forefront and be seen. But to be a real dancer, I never really cared about being like a jazz dancer, ballet, or whatever. Cause I got friends that really do that. And even with hip hop, like they take that dance stuff serious. So it's not even that. But aside from like music, I always see like I really love putting together videos. Like I was just talking about it. Like I see myself creative directing and putting music videos together. All the music videos I've done were creative directed by myself.
Wow.
So yeah, yeah, it's a
Yeah,
lot.
I've even seen videos. It kind of does look like you're directing in those scenes that I've seen from photos online that you're taking the creative control. So that's, have you thought about taking it even further to directing your own movie or something like that? Do you want to get into film?
I do want to get into film. I love movies so much, but again, I respect the art so much. I would have to really like take the time to learn it because like I've done a few movies and I realize it's not as easy as it seems. Like you
A
think
lot
in
of
your
hard
head, like,
work.
oh, I could just do it, but sometimes it come out a little cheesy. So it's like I really want to like learn the whole like acting thing. And I don't know nothing about film and movies. Like I could somewhat I could put a video together, but I'm still learning how to put like, like conceptual videos together because it's like it's hard to like really mesh it together and shoot the scenes right or whatever, but I love it. I'm so passionate in creating that. So I definitely see myself venturing off into film and music videos, movies, commercials. Like I just love creating like clips and stuff.
I like that. What's your favorite genre of film? Drama, comedy?
Um, I love I love them all. I love comedy. I love drama. I love the suspenseful ones, the scary ones with thriller. I love documentaries. I'm a big documentary person. So anything that like took place in real life, I'm into it because it's like this really happened. Oh
What's been
yeah.
that documentary for you that you watched recently or kind of really stayed with you? Because real life events, it could really stick with you, especially the ones that you see on Netflix.
Yeah, I'm right now. I just got into the Jean Ramsey one.
I did see that. I didn't get a chance to watch that yet, though.
Yeah, I only saw the first episode, but it's good. It's so good because it was so big when I was a kid. And it's like, we didn't have social media back then, so it was like we didn't know like all the details and stuff. So it's good. But the other one that I was into was the Menendez brothers.
Okay. I saw that trending, didn't check that one out.
Yeah, that is crazy. It's wild. I was like, man, like it's just so crazy. Yeah, the two rich kids killed their parents. It's just crazy. But another one, I guess the last one I'll talk about was Griselda Blanco.
Was
She's
that
she's like
a document? I did see some of the series. Was this the series or there's a separate documentary?
there's a documentary that is kind of older, but it's really good. And it talks about, I don't know, she's like a superhero to me.
She's the female Tony Montana, pretty much.
Yeah, but when I hear about her, I'm like, that sound crazy. Like a woman was moving like that. So yeah, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, there's your documentaries right there.
Yeah, yeah, they're good. So y'all check them out.
Yeah. When we look at everything that you've accomplished this far, what's the top? What's at the top of the highlight reel for you right now?
Um, I guess the ability to just create and like put a song together, put it out, put a video to it, get it out there. Like I love how I bring stuff alive. Like it literally starts up here. And then I remember when I got out the shower and I kept saying like just give me my money. Hey, yes, I remember I started dying laughing. I was laughing. I was like, I need a beat. And literally I open up my phone and my producer sends me a beat. Shout out to Chai's official. That's my producer. He sends me a beat and it goes exactly, it's the exact tempo that I needed. And I was just like, I really think I'm a comedian for real.
Oh, you got to get your own stand up.
No, not like stand up. Not like that funny, but like I think I'm funny for real. Like that whole song is really like it's like a diss record, but it's not a diss record. Like it's a diss record, but it don't sound like a diss record.
It's witty, where people they'll hear it. It's kind of like tongue in cheek. You'll laugh at what you're saying.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
I
I know
played
what you
it for
mean.
my friend and immediately she just bust out laughing.
Yeah.
So I like that.
Are you ready for 2025? How you feeling about the energy going into the year? How you feeling about
I feel really good about 2025. Like I do. Like I really been placing myself in good situations and like I don't know. I think 2025 gonna be good for me.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
I'm hoping things
You hoping you better make it happen.
yeah, well, I'm just saying it based on, well, of course, what you go through in your personal life based on who's coming back into the picture here on a certain date in
Oh,
January.
Donald Daddy, what they call him? Daddy Donald.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Ay, ay, ay.
I don't know. So in Miami, ever since he won, it seems like people been spending money again. And I don't really know too much about like stocks and Bitcoin and all that stuff, but it seems like people have a lot of faith in their president that they voted for.
Ay, ay, ay.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really too much get into all of that, but I did vote for Kamala.
Yeah, I did too.
Yeah, like that's so crazy because everybody talked to voted for Kamala, but somehow Trump won. But
Yeah, I think there's some Russia involvement there, and then they're just it's just no one's talking about it. Everyone's just kind of just sitting here and they're taking over right in front of our eyes. There's something because I just don't. You see all the, and I know people are gonna probably hate. Oh, here we go, it's liberals talking. Fuck off, So when I look at it, when you saw Kamala Harris's speeches at these arenas, she had a record. There was a record turnout in voters, and it
hmm
didn't seem like it was swaying the way of what the result was.
yeah, it was just weird because like everybody I talked to, I mean, it was a few people that I talked to. One of my sisters was a big Kamala supporter, and the other sister is a big Trump supporter.
Ay, ay, ay.
It caused a lot of turmoil in our family. But there was a few people that I knew that really was for Trump, and they think that he's just gonna make America great again. And like
Brainwashed.
we'll see. Like I don't know,
Unbelievable.
but yeah, no, I don't know. I don't like to speak on stuff that I don't do my research on, and I didn't do too much research on Trump or Kamala. I just wanted to see a woman get in, and I don't know. I just felt like this may be our only chance to see it, and like he had his chance.
Yeah.
So I don't know,
I
but
think it I think it was disgraceful. I saw a lot of women voted for, as you call it, Donald there. I saw a lot of people, and I'm in a lot of white women. It's despicable. I saw a lot of it because I made a statement on my social media page about how I felt. I put F Donald Trump on my social media. A lot of white women went after me for that. A lot of, yeah. So
wow.
those, yeah, get lost. It's just disgusting to see how women would vote for him with him being a convicted rapist and all the creepy behavior and things like these, just a criminal. And you would think that they would want a woman president, but we have too many misogynists in this country apparently, and just self-hating women, I guess. And I think a lot of it's racism too. I think a lot of it boils down to that as well.
Yeah, I think it's just a lot of weird energy, like with everything. So I don't know. People just have to focus on being the best that they can be and just, put out good energy and, stick to the golden rule, love one another like you love, yourself. And don't too much worry about that because we ain't got no control over that.
Yeah.
So you can't dwell on it. It's just gonna piss you off. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Bring you
And
down. Yeah.
yeah, so and it's only 4 years. I don't know. I hope
I'm
that
hoping. I don't think so after last time. We saw what
yeah,
happened when they voted him out last time. Insurrection. This is a guy that's not going to want to let go.
yeah, that was insane. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness. They tore the White House up. Like that was so
Oh, the
crazy.
Capitol.
Oh, the Capitol,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
I was like, wow, that's crazy. So
yeah.
yeah, it's crazy. But I don't know. I got faith. Like I said, a lot of people feel confident with him in charge, and I guess financially out here they do, and it's been it's been pretty good for like the club scene. I don't know, but we shall see.
Yeah. What's the next release that you have on the way?
I have a record that I'm thinking about putting out. It's like more emotional, or not even emotional. It just has more emotion. It's really like my story about how it was when I first got here. So I'm debating. I don't know. We'll see. I got a couple other records, but right now I'm cooking up and I'm dropping. So I never really had the opportunity to do it like this. And I think it's really good. It's refreshing because like if you like that record, then you got that one to listen to, and then you got the other one to listen to, and then you're like, oh, what else does she have? So it's cool. I just want to record and just drop.
Yeah. That's how you got to do it. Did you ever get to, because I remember when I was looking into you with the old management because it fell through that you had to scrap all these songs that you had written at that time. Were you able to go back and get any of those or did you recreate any of those? That's a lot of material just gone.
Yeah, actually I did. I was able to reconcile with the manager, and even though like a lot of the records were not in touch with the producer anymore, it's just like um some of them I can just like redo. And I'm actually waiting. Some of them are so good. I'm like, nah, I'll wait till I get like a bigger situation. I got some in the chamber that are so good. I'm like, you know what? Not yet, not yet.
Ooh, yeah, I'll be looking forward to this. I'm sure your fans will be too.
Yeah, I just want to make sure I want to just build up my fan base more. And I really want people who've been supporting me to be proud of like, okay, I'm gonna drop like this type of record like now that I have more people here. So like it's some people who've been really supporting me from the beginning, and I do it for them. But I'm excited to see like where these few records are gonna take me because I think it's gonna like go far.
I believe it.
So yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to hearing them.
Yeah, it's gonna be good. It's some good music, man. So
Yeah.
stay tuned for real.
But what's the New Year's resolution?
Um, I've been on it a little bit, but I guess for me, the New Year's resolution would be like how do I say this? A discipline. Discipline. Having enough discipline to stay away from like bad foods and staying in the gym and staying in the studio and staying away from the club. Or if I'm in the club, then I'm working, getting the records played and shaking hands with folks. So just having discipline. That's my New Year's resolution.
I like that. Stay disciplined. And I did see on your Instagram too, you're doing some, there was some charity giveaway for Christmas. I saw that with the club there.
Well, the giveaway was through a hair company. It's a company that caters to like women's hair. A lot of the stylists out here, they don't like to wash and treat and condition like your real hair. So underneath the wigs and the weaves, a lot of girls just are troubled. So the company really focuses on hair growth, and I just like became one of the brand ambassadors, and it means so much to me. Like even though it's my people's company, it's like I really support like hair growth and hair care. This is our crown. Like you don't want to be confined to wearing wigs and having extensions in. You want to be able to put your hair up in a bun and feel good about yourself. And as important as it is for me, I know it is like that for others. So, um, the company was just doing a giveaway where, if you tag a certain amount of people, then you get like a hairstyle and stuff like that. They announced the winners, and it was pretty cool.
Oh, congratulations to those winners.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, they got a free install and a free ponytail install.
Yeah. Hairdressing was something that you were going to be doing at a time. You went to the style, like the beauty school.
Yeah, how did you do all of this like in a matter of a day? Like you did this
Yeah.
within 24 hours.
Yeah.
That's really good. That's crazy. But yeah, I went to beauty school and I guess that's why it means a lot to me because I suffered from, hair breakage like most of my teenage years where I just always felt bald headed. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like they talk about black women and how horrible our hair is, but it's really not horrible. You just have to learn how to take care of it. And once I learned how to take care of my hair, like it changed everything for me. And I just want to do that for others. But once I started doing hair, I realized I don't want to be the one doing the hair. But yeah, yeah. But I do want to like help people take care of like their real hair.
That's important.
Yeah, it's a really cool business that I'm supporting.
Yeah. That's important. Pilly Mae, is there anything else you want to let your fans know that we didn't cover here today? I think we did your whole history pretty much.
Yeah, it's crazy. You knew so much. Like you booked me this morning.
Yeah.
So that's really cool. I just want to say stay tuned. Follow me on all platforms. Most importantly, my Instagram where I give all my updates. Everything is under PILLYMAE. Stay tuned for more music and download Just Give Me My Money.
Yeah, and I got that in the rotation for you too. Shout out to Al Nice for getting us connected and setting this up and
Yeah.
getting everything arranged.
Shout out to my guy. Shout out to L Nice.
Yeah. How'd you get connected with Al Nice?
I was at a charity basketball game. It was like, I think 2022. And he was already familiar with me with the whole like Roc Nation thing and who I was affiliated with. But when I bumped into him, it's like we shook hands, we met. I took a picture with Friday. Yeah, I don't think it's on my Instagram anymore, but he was running around with Friday, and Friday was super cool too, by the way. But yeah, like we exchanged contacts and we just been in touch. And he would like send me records and just stay like in the loop with what I had going on. But it was really this record, Just Give Me My Money, that really like, kind of put a little flame, put a little pep in everyone's step. So
Yeah.
it's dope. I'm excited though.
Yeah. And you got to, is this a picture of you in the background here?
That's the
Okay.
like a flute cover.
Okay. Yeah, from the single there.
Yeah.
You got that framed. It's a painting too.
It's a canvas.
It's a
That's a
canvas.
canvas. Yeah. So it's a printed out picture. It was gifted to me for a birthday some years ago when the record was released.
Wow. Yeah, that's a nice gift.
Yeah, I got two of them. I got another one over there too. I don't know. Let's see if I can show you. It's kind of cool.
Okay. We got another one here. Was this for the same birthday? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Happy birthday. You got friends.
Yeah, yeah, that was really nice. I loved it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was more
That's
pictures, but
rare.
I couldn't keep everything.
No, it's good. Those are good to have too.
Yeah, no, I love them. It was hard to transport them because they couldn't fit in the car. They had to go like on top of the car.
Oh, yeah. You had to wire it down or whatever, put the thing around it. Yeah, the rope.
Uh-huh. It was crazy.
Crazy.
All right, well, we just held it.
Oh, you just held it. The drop top.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the way to do it. Well, I'm sure you'll be getting more canvases soon with these releases.
Yeah, I gotta put some together.
Oh yeah, for sure. But and they let them know where they can follow you too on Instagram, X, all your platforms.
Well, everything is Pilly Mae,
Pilly Mae.
Pillymae. Yeah, no age. People try to change my name to Philly, and it's just Pilly.
Yeah, I do see that on some of the articles that I've read online that they call you Philly May. Yeah, I don't get that.
Yeah, it's so like weird. They just want to change it to Philly so bad.
And,
Like,
and you
no, it's
never
just
been
Pilly.
there. I did
I
read
never
that.
been. How do you know this? Yeah, no,
I
that's
did my
crazy.
research. I dug in to look at your history.
But you read a lot. You looked
Yeah.
at a lot.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Good for you.
Oh, thank you.
And thank you so much for having me. I appreciate you.
Of course, anytime. Congratulations on everything that you've done this far and much more on the way, especially for 2025, getting the record deal, the movies, the canvases, I know that big deal's on the way. I know you got those hit records in the vault that you spoke about before, so I'm sure they're going to be the ones to really put you over the top.
Yeah, yeah, no. And you'll know once they drop, you're gonna be like, yeah, you're gonna see the interviews and I'm like, I've had these records for years.
Yeah.
Seriously.
uh well, Pilly May, I want you to take care, stay safe. Thank you for coming on the show again and enjoy the rest of your night, all right?
Well, thank you so much for having me. You too.
Of course, anytime. Take care, all right?
Okay, bye.
All right, Pilly May, take care.